Alright folks, the results are in. I guess we are going to make a spice rack. That's right. A spice rack, if you will. Or kitchen storage organization. I have a small kitchen, so I've been needing somewhere to put some stuff in my kitchen, in my cabin, for quite some time. So we're gonna make this out of cherry. Right now, I'm gonna mill up the wood. Let's get going. So I need 6 boards, cherry boards, at least 5 inches wide, and we're gonna start them at 30 inches long. At least 2 at 30, and then the other 4 at about 25. So I'm gonna go pick through some cherry so we can make this happen. Oh, look at this. Secret stash. Oh. Whew. Alright. Perfect. Alright, so I'm gonna cross cut all these. I'm gonna pan you guys down to the chop saw and cut these where I can handle them a little better. All right, we got some boards ready to face join. About to hit it on this old 6-inch Delta joiner. All right, about to get it. Ha-ha. Let me pan you down. Alright guys, I'm bad about stressing the PPE, personal protection equipment. I'm bad about stressing that. Who I learned from is a little bit old school, so they never used it. And so I kind of picked up on that bad habit, but do not do what I do because I'm an idiot, alright? I just got done face joining these. I got it I went ahead and joined the edges while I was there. So I'm gonna go to the table saw, cut it off one side a little bit bigger than my finished width, and then turn it around and do my finished width because I think I trust that table saw more than that joiner. All right, there you have it, folks. I gotta take these boards and run them through the planer, which, by the way, I upgraded my planer with a new helix head by Bird Tools this year, and it's rad. I gotta swap these dust ports, and we're gonna run these through and bring them to all down to 3/4 inch thick. Y'all ready for this, yo? All right, we are done planing these bad boys. So we got some pretty colors in them. My battery's getting low, so I'm gonna throw my phone on the charger for a bit. In the meantime, while I'm charging my phone, I'm gonna lay out these pieces and figure out which ones are gonna be best for which parts. So yeah. What I've done here is I just laid her out. I picked these boards. I know that my right side is going against the wall, so I am kind trying to hide the bark. I don't mind that live edge so much, but I don't know, it's just what I have picked up in practice over the years is to kind of hide the imperfections. Now this one, they didn't leave me much of an option, so I decided to just intentionally put it on the front. So I've got to cross cut all these to size, but I kind of just laid it out and picked my boards accordingly. So these two will be cross cut a different size than these three. And that's what I'm going to do now, is cross cut these pieces on the table saw on my sled. On my sled. All right, so let's do that. Also, I've got one extra piece that I will use for the cleat on the top. It'll go underneath the top board. I'll rip it down a little bit. It'll go underneath the top board, so I have something to screw it into the wall with. So that'll be this cleat. All right, so now I'm going to lay out my parts so I can mark them where I'm going to biscuit. I'm gonna biscuit join these, and I was gonna cut grooves, but I kinda like the look straight, and I'm just gonna do biscuits and glue. Never fuck with biscuits, but I'm about to have a biscuit right now, I'll tell you that. I'm just gonna lay out the inside of my sides so I know where to run those biscuits at. Yeah, so wish me luck. Now I have lines of reference. Now I have lines of reference for my biscuits. So I can run the biscuit joiner now. Beautiful. So now, since this surface is basically, this is my reference point, the bottom. So now I have to get these, and I have to line this up with the bottom. Shouts out to Dan Gray over at Old Mountain Furniture. He didn't teach me how to use a biscuit joiner, but he taught me how to use a domino without the fence, on. Well, you can see what I'm doing. So that really helped me make sense of this project. Now we dry fit. There we go. Okay. All right. So this is the idea of the spice rack. I'm gonna put a pipe down here for those hooks for my pots and pans, and that is what I'm going to lay out next. But this is going to be a no fastener spice rack. This is going to be a no fastener spice rack. So at this point, I gotta go find some kind of pipe that can go on the bottom here. And I think I'm going to center it. Go ahead and mark my center line. I've got these crosshairs marked for our pipes. I've got to find some kind of pipe, rod, something where I can have my buddy Eddie blacksmith some hooks for the pipe to hold our pans and shite. 21 1/4. All right, I'm cool with that. So I'm gonna take this outside and while I'm waiting for the paint to dry, I'm going to go ahead and recess some holes in the sides of the little rack so I can glue her up after it dries. Now we're good to sand them. We can sand them now. Sand. Okay, now all our parts are sanded. All right, we are back. We're back in the wood shop this morning. The only thing I did do, since y'all seen it, is I glued in this little cleat on the back here, and I let this sit overnight. Pretty much the only thing left to do is get some of this squeeze out from the joints, sand the outside and the face, and get some oil on it. There's a few ways to do this. You can either wipe this off with a damp towel while it's still wet, or you can let it harden a little bit and try and chisel it out, which is probably the best way to do it. You can catch it at the right time, or you can wait till it completely hardens like I did. But I will tell you one negative with trying to get it with a damp cloth is it'll smear glue through the wood grain. So I chose to let this harden. Okay, there's not a damn screw in this thing. Alright, we're going to set this up outside so y'all can have a good view of how that oil brings the piece to life. That's probably the most satisfying part. We got some early morning sun. We're going to get some boiled linseed oil on this thing. And then hopefully we'll have her on the wall before the day's over. You know what? It's been a while since I made a full piece all the way through in my wood shop, especially for myself. So I think I'm going to brand this one too. All right, we're out here in front of the wood shop. I am going to brand this rack real quick and we are going to apply some boiled linseed oil on it. Brand it right there. All right, she's hot. I'm just going to eyeball it. Most of the time I get lucky, but sometimes, yeah, I think I'm a little to the left, but y'all ready for the oil? This is the best part, I promise you. Use all that. I don't know why I poured so much in there. It's all carried away, I reckon. Y'all sure you're ready? Alright, so this is where the new one is going. So I'm going to take all this shit down and lay out the new one. I got to pre-drill some holes. And yeah, then we'll get the spices and stuff on there. I'm excited. There you have it, folks. Was able to declutter the windowsill. I've got to get these hooks from my buddy Eddie so we can hang the pots and pans up and whatnot. But yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Drop a comment down below. I know I kind of just, I just kind of ran through this one. I didn't plan this one that great, so thanks for watching. Thanks for taking the time to check this out. I'm glad I did it. And thank you. Seriously. Thanks.